Hey, what's up, gang? It's your boy Rick, aka Iconic. What we're going to be doing in this video is some back testing. We're going to be back testing some smart money concept, just using 3 time frames. So I've done this quite a few times. It appears to work, or I mean, the win to loss ratio is pretty good. It's pretty high win rate. Um, Even though nowadays it really don't even matter what your win rate is. It just matters how much you're actually losing on each trade versus how much you're actually winning. All right, so what we're gonna do right now, so we're on the H1 chart. This is gold XAUUSD. We are going to hit the replay button, and we're just gonna move the chart out the way. I'm gonna start scrolling and just pick a random spot. So right now we're February 17th. Let's go up, scroll. January 26th. All right, let's choose that. Double click this, bring our charts back. Oh, wow. All right, so as soon as we moved into this, it looks like a dip. Okay, so if we were on the 1 hour chart right now, this is what if we saw this going on. Okay, now we have to analyze. We have 1 hour before this candle closes. Now we have to analyze and see what's going on. Based on what I'm seeing right now, this appears that the market is in some type of uptrend, right? Just based on it going up. Shorts making high highs and higher lows, and I'm short lines are being broken. But our goal is just to try and find a potential move, whether it's to the downside or to the upside. So just based on these last 2 candles here, or this last candle, and then this current candle, it appears pretty bearish. So we're gonna now try and see where can we get into this market. Okay, so what I've been doing is I've tried to locate the last bullish candle within that current move, right, on the H1. So in the last one, that was broken. So let's take this little candle here, right? So what we're going to be looking for is to see if that candle was liquidated or not. Meaning, did this candle go back into our point of interest that we're looking to sell the market, right? So let's go ahead and we're going to go down to the 30-minute time frame. Okay. So we're looking for candles above this line, right? Not this little bitty candle here. I'm looking for this. So this would be our point of interest. So we're going to go ahead and get our rectangular tool. We're going to mark this off. Okay. And again, guys, as you can see, I don't know anything about this chart. I don't know what's going on. So we're going to do our 30-minute POI. Then we're going to move down to our 15-minute candle. Okay. Let's pull this over. This is very, very bearish. It might not even come back up here. So within, and we're looking for a 15-minute POI that's also within the 30-minute POI. We're not looking for a candle that's half of it is sticking out here. When I say half, I'm not talking about the wick. I'm talking about a body that was closed above or below. Okay. Then we're just going to mark that off also. So we're going to mark this off. Right. So this is our 15-minute POI. Let's go ahead and highlight this. Okay, so all we're doing right now is just waiting for the market to come back into the zone here, preferably into this area, which would be the open of the 15-minute POI, and then we're going to go ahead and take the trade. Stop goes above the high of the 30-minute POI block. Okay. Also, we need to look to the left to see if there's any POI that was not liquidated. So in this instance here, this looks like it was liquidated by this candle. And this obviously was liquidated. These cans were liquidated over here. So let's go ahead and put our order in. And again, this thing is so bearish, it might not even come back. So we're going to put our order here. Stop goes here. And then we're going to look to see where can we actually take some profits. So this looks good down here. We're going to always try to shoot for a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Okay. Let's move that over. And let's hit the play button and see what happens. All right, boom, we got tapped in. See that? To the T. Now, we don't know if this is going to come back. So what you can do from here is, hey, you know what? I don't want to take the risk. I'm going to move to break even, minimize my risk, or I'm just going to take profit. If you took profit right now, where it is, that would be 2 to 1. Still not bad. So we're going to pull this back down, and we're going to let this play out again. We're going to hit the buttons a few times. All right. Target hit, right? So right there, you just made your first trade. If you had moved to break even, you obviously would have gotten stopped out. But this being a 15-minute candle, I don't think you should have even moved to break even. You should have just waited. You could have minimized the risk just a tad bit. But if it wasn't a 1-hour candle or something similar, 4-hour candle, then just learn how to minimize your risk, right? All right, so we're gonna do this again. So that's the first trade, and that's a win. We're gonna go back to the H1 chart. Okay, we're gonna scrunch this up just a little bit. We're gonna get this out of the way, and we're gonna look for another spot. All right. We're gonna keep scrolling, keep scrolling. All right, so now we're January 5th. Let's go ahead and hit this. Double click. All right, wow. So it looks like a lot of short positions. So within this short position here, the first thing that I'm looking at is to see that this is a big imbalance area, right? Which to me sometimes doesn't really mean anything, because we could say the market will come back to fill this imbalance, but it may not come all the way back up here, right? It may come in the middle. We don't know. Our job is just to find our order block. Up here, just looking at this looks real sexy. Okay, so anyway, so let's dive back into this. So again, what I'm looking for, since this looks so bearish, is a possibly downtrend or a downward move, possibly to down here, or we can actually try and go long, because the market was going up in what is considered a trend. But this here, this is just an impulsive move. Something happened that caused us to sell off, and I don't know what it is. All right, so let's look at all these candles. Okay, we don't see anything going on. Nothing's closing above anything, right? Within all these candles here, everything is pretty much aligned, right? The only candle that I can see would be this candle here, where this broke. So now you'd be looking at a buy, right? If you were going to be taking this bearish candle here, right? So I honestly don't know what direction this is going to go. So I would probably just allow this to play out, but we're going to take this bearish candle here with the assumption that the market is going to move to the upside. So, and again, this is just an example of how we're going to play this out. So let's go ahead and we're going to mark this off, and we're looking only for trades above that line, right? So let's go ahead. We're going to go down to the 30-minute. Okay. And I don't know why I said trades above this line. That didn't make any sense. We're looking for our order block below this line, right? So let's go ahead and grab this 30-minute candle here. Okay, we're just going to label that 30-minute POI. Then we're going to jump down to the M15. Pretty simple, guys. Pretty simple. And we have several candles within this order block. So then we're going to go with this one here. I'm going to mark that off, right? I'm just going to mark this off real quick. Okay. Where you place your order, that's really up to you. Obviously, the closer you're getting to the base of the candle, the less risk. More risk, a little bit more risk, but you also, if you're trying to risk less pips, you're also risking a possibility of not getting into the trade. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get our buy tool, and we're just gonna take the trade from here. Let's go back. Okay. Let's set our TP. Okay. And let's go ahead and try and see if we could put this back into the imbalance zone. So we're just going to go all the way up here with this one. Okay. Let's pull this over a little bit. That way it shows if we do get tapped in. But considering this is such a crazy move, the market could just shoot right through. All right, so let's get with it. We're going to hit our play button. All right, we didn't even get tapped in. The market came down, or at least not yet. The market came down to the top of our 30-minute POI and pushed all the way back up. So let's see if we can get another move back into the POI. Okay. Oh, market shot right through. Now, had we gotten taken in, let's say if we had moved this up a little bit, remember what I told you guys, 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio, I guarantee you, never seen this chart before, and I guarantee you that would have been a 4.5 or a 4, right? Because a 4 almost always wins. What did I say? 4-to-1. So if you shoot for nothing but 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio, you're gonna win. And obviously, if we had minimized our risk, if we had set a tighter stop loss, then that 4-to-1 turns into like a 9. So let's say this is what we're looking for. Look, the closer you go, if we had just went underneath that, that would have been a 6. And then obviously the market tumbled. So I'm not going to do any more of these because I don't really want to make the video too long. But you get the point. Actually, let's do one more for the road. Let's just see what's going on. All right, so let's pull this up. Let's get rid of this. And again, we're on the H1 chart. Let's scroll. You can see me scrolling. We're in December 14th, December 10th. I don't know what happened December 10th. Let's do that. Double click. All right. So this is December 9th. All right. So let's look at this real quick. So this looks like an obvious downtrend, in my opinion. Bunch of sideways movement, nothing really going on. This chart is really ugly. The gaps, there's really any gaps between the candles. It's like all over the damn place. But again, the way we're gonna start, again, this is on the H1 chart. If so, let's say we're gonna be looking for a downtrend. See the market come down, and the market made an equal leg. I guarantee this is the same as the other one. Well, I guarantee shit, but look. All right. So equal leg. So I don't think it's gonna make any more equal legs. You know, I mean, you only have 2 equal legs, right? So we're gonna just assume that the market is gonna be going back up. Let's go ahead, mark it off. So the candle that we're gonna be looking at right now, let's take a look. So we had this up candle. This candle shot past it, right? That's not what we're looking for. It didn't break the lows because this is what we'll be looking for. So right now, I don't see any candle in here, right, within this few set of candles that would make me want to take a trade, because it doesn't match what I'm trying to do. All these lows, nothing's closing below them. Go all the way to all these candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All these candles literally just closing, like they're just shooting out close. So let's go ahead and hit play and then see where this market wants to go. It's going up. All right. So now that we've got something here. Okay, so this candle here becomes our POI, right? That little baby candle. Now we're gonna go to the 30-minute candle. Okay, there it is right there. That's the 30-minute. Gonna mark this off, mark off the zone. Label that 30-minute POI. We're gonna go down to the 15-minute. Okay, 15-minute. All right. In the 15-minute, I think that's a bullish candle. Okay, that's a bullish candle. So we don't really have, I mean, I guess you could call this some type of liquidation that the market did came in, but we're just going to assume that nothing happened in here. And what I'm going to do is put my 15-minute POI the same exact, pretty much the same as the 30-minute POI, right? Let's do this. And I mean, you don't necessarily have to have your charts looking like this. That's just what I do. I think it looks sexy. All right. So again, as I said earlier, this market is really ugly, and I wouldn't even recommend you trading this, but since we're just backtesting, we're seeing whether or not we should have traded this shit or not, right? All right, so now we're going to set our order, which we're looking for a buy, and I'm going to go, I'm just going to choose right here. Remember the 4-to-1, guys. Remember what I said about 4-to-1. You almost always get a 4-to-1, so you don't have to be greedy. So, but let's just go ahead and be greedy for the sake of this video. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and hit play. All right. Oh shit! Look what happened. We missed it. So the market came in. So from what I'm seeing, it's almost best. And I'll be honest with you, I wrote down a set of rules, which I'm not even looking at right now. So you could always just go ahead and take the high of the candle if you just want to always be in the trade. But for the sake of this video, let's go ahead and put this in and just assume that we got tapped in, right? Now let's see if the market reversed or not. All right. So the market came, smashed through, but guaranteed, you did get your 4-to-1. Let's move that shit down. And again, this is just the sake of the video. All right. And let's take this and put it up just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. You could put it up a lot if you wanted to. And again, you have to play with this to see what entry works for you. And make sure you get that 4-to-1. So we're still in a trade right there. Okay, so there's your 4-to-1. You could do this shit all day, guys. Come on now. You could do this all day. The issue is that most people do not follow rules. Sometimes I don't follow my own rules. I sat here and I backtested this for a long time, and I still don't follow the rules. You know, it's all psychological, but we'll get there one day. But anyway, guys, I didn't want to make this video too long. So again, backtesting is not perfect. It's not showing that you're going to win every single trade. It's not showing that you could get 150 RR. I mean, anybody could get that if you're willing to sit through it, right? It may take a day, it may take 2 days, it may take a few hours. As long as you're willing to sit through seeing the account run up. If you've never made $1,000 before, are you going to really sit and see the account going up 1,000, 2,000, 3,000? If you have a $100 account and you're just used to seeing it go up 10 bucks, you see 1,000, you're going to close that shit real quick. You see 100, you're going to close that shit real quick. So you'll never get to see those high risk to reward ratio. Now, when you have a big account like the account that I have, which is 125,000, and I see 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. I don't panic anymore. I just move my stops in because I know that's the type of numbers I'm going to get with that type of account. But anyway, guys, go ahead, backtest this strategy yourself. See if it works. If it's helpful, you know, leave a comment below. If not, you know, same thing, leave a comment below. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Okay? Have a good one. Bye.